My grandmother once told me something I thought was stupid. Learn to sew and buy broken designer clothes from thrift stores. She explained that rich people throw away expensive clothes over tiny flaws. I was 19 and had just started college, where everyone was obsessed with appearances, maxing out credit cards to buy trendy outfits they'd only wear twice. My grandma, who had worked as a seamstress for 40 years before retiring, pulled me into her sewing room one afternoon. She showed me a jacket she had bought for $8 at Goodwill. Gucci, she said, flipping the label. Someone donated it because of. She pointed to a small tear in the lining that nobody would ever see and said she had fixed it in 20 minutes. The jacket, now worth $3000, had been an incredible find. Then she opened her closet, which was full of designer pieces she had collected and repaired over the years. Your generation thinks new means better, but quality is quality, she told me. Whether it had a broken zipper or not, I thought she was being dramatic. Until I looked up the real price of that jacket. It really was worth $3,000, so instead of blowing my student loans on fast fashion like everyone else, I asked Grandma to teach me. She started with basic stitches, then moved on to zippers, buttons, and eventually more advanced techniques. I started doing alterations, and my roommates laughed when I came back from classes and practiced hemming pants instead of partying. Within a month, I was hitting every thrift store in a 50-mile radius. I found a Burberry coat with a missing button for $12, a Versace dress with a broken zipper for $15, and jeans with blown-out knees that everyone else passed over for $5 each. My dorm room looked like a fashion graveyard. My friends said I was wasting time on dead people's clothes when I could just buy new stuff from Target like normal people. But I kept going, spending my weekends at estate sales where rich families dumped entire wardrobes. I learned to spot real leather, silk, and cashmere by touch, and started recognizing which brands held value and which were just hype. While my classmates were posting hauls from fast fashion stores, I was teaching myself invisible mending techniques from YouTube videos. The turning point came at 2 a.m. during my junior year. I had been quietly selling my repaired finds online to pay for textbooks. Then a vintage boutique owner noticed my listings and asked if I could supply her regularly. Suddenly, I was making more from flipping clothes than my friends were making at their campus jobs. I kept it quiet and continued learning after graduation. While everyone else was struggling to find work, I already had a business. I opened an Instagram account showcasing before and after repairs. I started getting messages from people who had inherited designer pieces they couldn't wear, and from rich clients who had gained weight and needed alterations on their $10,000 wardrobes. Collectors began looking for specific vintage pieces I had learned to spot instantly. 5 years later, I run a company with 12 employees. We source, repair, and authenticate luxury goods. Last month, we sold a collection of them. I've restored Hermes bags worth more than most people's houses. My college friends are still paying off credit card debt from clothes they donated to Goodwill years ago. Meanwhile, I'm buying the designer pieces they threw away and selling them for thousands. Grandma was right about everything. People will always want the newest trends, but true craftsmanship never goes out of style, and there is an endless supply of broken treasures waiting for someone who knows how to fix them.